I just finished my morning walk and now it's time for me to head to the Sydney International Airport. So I've got 3 clients arriving in this country for the very first time. So let's make the impression of this country a great one.
Yes, it is early, but that's when the world is most peaceful. I just finished my early morning walk. Physical activity is non-negotiable for me, and this daily walk definitely gives me the energy and clarity I need to tackle whatever the day throws my way.
My name is Ratko, a Sydney-based chauffeur, aka Ray. On this channel I share my passion by giving you a glimpse into my chauffeur life.
Today my first pickup is 06:30 and my client is arriving on United Airlines flight, which is scheduled to touch down around 7 o'clock here at the Sydney International Airport. The air is cool and the sky is just beginning to lighten as I head toward the airport. I'm driving down West Botany Street, making my way toward Mars Street, where I'll take the final approach to the airport. The sun hasn't quite made its full appearance yet. The parking lot on my right, with the Regis Hotel standing tall next to it. Many passengers who live far from the airport choose to stay here overnight, just to walk across the road to catch up their early morning flights. The traffic is starting to pick up, especially the upper floor where the departures are in full swing. But I'm heading to the ground level where arrivals are. The limousine car park is just after the first set of lights on the right hand side. Today it's surprisingly quiet. Not many operators are here yet, but it can get busy. You'll find every kind of executive vehicle here, with chauffeurs like myself waiting patiently for their clients. It's a very convenient spot, only a 2 minutes walk from the terminal, which is ideal for those who want a quick and easy exit from the airport. Now I make my way inside the terminal where the energy is absolutely buzzing. Sydney International has 2 arrival courts, A and B, so the first thing I do is check the board to see which one of my clients will come through. It's definitely busy with a sea of people all around, but I quickly find out my client will arrive at court B. Now I take my iPad and I display my client's name clearly, just I send a text to them, something along the line, "Good morning and welcome to Sydney. Once you've collected your luggage, please meet me at the arrival court B near the exchange office. Best regards, Ray, chauffeur." As I wait, I'm often approached by random passengers asking for directions. Today a gentleman in his 70s comes up to me clearly flustered. He's asking if I know where his chauffeur is, as they're late for his pickup. What a shame. If you're a chauffeur, your clients should never have to look for you. You should be there ready and waiting. So the gentleman tells me the name of his chauffeur, but it doesn't ring any bells. While I don't know every single chauffeur in Sydney, I'm deeply involved in the grand transportation game, and there's usually a good chance I might know who they are. Unfortunately, this time I can't help him. Thankfully, his driver eventually arrives, though it's not a moment of pride for any of us in this industry when our clients are left searching. And that's just the start of my day as a chauffeur. Yeah, so I'm still at the international airport waiting for my passengers to come through. Already it's been about 25 minutes since their flight landed. Not too bad, considering it's the international terminal where the process can sometimes take much longer. Usually passengers emerge around half an hour after the plane arrives at the gate, so I'm still right on schedule. Finally, I spot them, 3 passengers making their way toward me. Looking a bit tired but excited. They've never been to Australia before and they're here for a holiday. The first thing they mention is how much they love the Australian winter. I gave them a warm welcome, and after the small and quick chat, we are on the way to the limousine car park, where I'm gonna tell them to make themselves comfortable in the vehicle while I handle their luggage. It's all part of the service, so I want them to start their trip on a stress-free note. Once they're settled, I head back to the car and we're off. The car park today cost me $13.92, which is the standard airport charge here in Sydney for a stay of up to 55 minutes. As we leave the car park and head out onto the roads around the airport, I can't help but notice all the new construction, so many new roads have been built around Sydney Airport recently. As we drive, I point some of the sights, one of the new bridges catches my passenger attention. It has a striking resemblance to the Sydney Harbour Bridge. One of the ladies who has never been to Sydney before asked me if that's the famous bridge. I had to smile and explain that it's not, but it's an easy mistake that make all the new infrastructure popping up. There's also a brand new direct link from Sydney International to both domestic terminals, as well as improved access to arrivals and departures. I mean, it's a massive improvement for commuters and passengers alike, making trips through the airport much smoother than it used to be. Now it takes us about 20 minutes to reach the final destination, a hotel in the heart of Sydney. Once we arrived there, I normally offload their luggage and they thank me warmly. Before they head inside, they even gave me a tip, which is always appreciated. So with that, I bid them goodbye and I wish them a wonderful stay in Australia. Now I've got 90 minutes until my next job, which is a pickup from also central Sydney. It's only 50 minutes away, so I have decided to take some time to relax. I went to this coffee shop on Pitt Street. I did order an oat milk latte, which fits perfectly with my low-carb diet. So this coffee shop is definitely one of my favorites, not just because of the delicious coffee, but also because the owner is always so friendly.
Thank you so much. Thank you, sir.
Today this place isn't too busy or it's too early, so I get to enjoy my coffee properly seated at a table. It's a definitely nice change from the usual rush. Normally I take my lunch around 12 for 1, but this coffee will hold me over until then.
The next booking is 9:20, and in meantime, coffee is your best friend.
This part of the city is so busy with buses and tradies, which is what we call trade workers here in Australia. So finding a parking spot is a little bit tricky, but I always end up managing it. I picked up my client and dropped them off at the event venue without a hitch. After quickly wrapping up 2 jobs in the morning, I now head toward my next pickup location, which is the Hilton Hotel, also in the heart of Sydney.
Good morning, excellent. How are you? 12 o'clock pickup.
Hilton is a well-known landmark located right in the heart of the city on George, and it's always bustling with activity, and today is no different. As I approach the hotel, I can see the entrance already lined with taxis and other cars, all vying for a spot to pick up or drop off passengers. The Hilton doormen are always sharp as ever, managing the flow of vehicles with a practiced efficiency. I normally pull up to the valet area where they recognize me and give me a nod. I mean, being a regular chauffeur here definitely has its perks. My client, a business executive in town for a conference, is ready and waiting. I step out to greet them warmly and quickly take care of their luggage.
You got some more bags here? Yeah, not a problem.
The Hilton staff are always prompt and helping out, so within a minute we are all set and ready to go. I open the car door, ensuring they're comfortable, and then lower their bags into the boot. The drive from Hilton to their destination is smooth despite the usual mid-morning traffic. As we drive through the streets of Sydney, my client remarks on the vibrancy of the Sydney CBD. It's a lovely part of the town with so much happening around every single corner. We have a pleasant conversation about day plans for the day, and that's how they've been enjoying their time in Sydney so far. Before long, we arrived at their next meeting location before we head down to the Sydney domestic airport. Again, I step out, open the door for them and unload their luggage. They thank me for the smooth ride and service, and we part away. As I drive off, I take a moment to appreciate how much I enjoy these quick, efficient jobs where everything goes perfectly to plan. Now my next pickup takes me to the place called Barangaroo, so one of the Sydney's newest and most vibrant parts. Specifically, I'm heading to the Crown Hotel. It's an iconic building that stands out tall along the waterfront. The Crown is not just a hotel, in the same time it's a symbol of luxury and elegance, with its striking architecture and prime location making it a standout feature of the Sydney skyline. As I drive into Barangaroo, I am struck by the modern feel of the area. It's a definitely stark contrast to the historic parts of Sydney, with sleek buildings, trendy restaurants and also art installations scattered through. I pull up to the designated chauffeur parking area where my client, a couple visiting Sydney for the very first time, are waiting. They've been enjoying their stay in one of the Crown's luxurious suites and are headed out for a day of sightseeing. I can see the excitement in their eyes as they talk about their plans to explore Sydney. Sydney is such a captivating place for the first-time visitors, and also Barangaroo offers a perfect starting point for its close proximity to both the CBD and the iconic spots like Darling Harbour. Once they're comfortable seated in the car, we head out, leaving Barangaroo modern skyline behind us. The drive through the Sydney streets is smooth, and I make sure to point out some of the city's landmarks along the way. They are particularly interested in seeing the Sydney Opera House and the Harbour Bridge, so I take a route that gives them a glimpse of these world-famous sites. Both Sydney hotels, Hilton and Crown, are prime examples of Sydney's diversity in accommodation, from the classic luxury of Hilton to the modern opulence of Crown in Barangaroo. Each offers a unique experience, and as a chauffeur, it's a privilege to be a part of their guests' trips, helping them to navigate and enjoy everything this incredible city has to offer.